First round of super heavyweight action underway. Chrisopoulides was going to go in with the big sweeping leg kick. And Abud Sayah's defences will have to be spot on tonight. There's the sweeping leg kick by Chrisopoulides. Timed it perfectly. And Sayah took a trip to the canvas. Winding in the big sweeping leg kick again, Chrisopoulides, 114 kilos behind those leg kicks, Mark. They've got some power behind them.
Certainly Abud Sayah is a little bit shy of those kicks, but when you've got 114 kilos behind it, it's certainly going to throw your balance out. I feel he wants to get out of the way, and he's got to be a little bit quicker and then counter over the top of those kicks, should Abud Sayah do.
Chrisopoulides leads out with the jab, leg kick combination. Abud trying to move in close, bridge the gap. He does have a distinct disadvantage in the height and reach department. And there he is leading with the big left hook, overhand right. Didn't quite find the mark. That one got him. Chrisopoulides down in the centre of the ring, but he's straight back up onto his feet.
Four, giving you time. 5.
And Abud Sayah now yelling to him to keep his hands up and not just go hunting.
Big right hand lead in there by Abud Sayah, looking to plant one flush on the kisser, didn't come off. Chrisopoulides getting frustrated, and he's usually the one that does the frustrating on his opponents.
As I said, Michael, probably not the most technical of fights, but geez, you can bet some of these kicks and punches are being thrown with everything they've got.
I can tell you what, it's turning into a real slugfest here in centre wing. These two super heavyweights letting it all go. And Jamal Hassan, third man in centre ring, with a busy job of keeping it as clean as possible. There's the big left hook again by Sayah. And there's the end of the first round of action. Mark the Hammer, not too technical, not too pretty, but a hell of a lot of power being thrown around in centre ring.
Well, a lot of heart from Abud Sayah. He really got caught early there with some big kicks and punches, but certainly staying up. And I feel that this break can only be good for him. There we see the corner giving him some advice. There you see the kick just missing, and Abud, not renowned for being the big straight puncher, will certainly come with some hooking punches there, and that certainly will put Chris Chrisopoulides on the back foot. Abud Sayah, as I said, not a good straight puncher, but certainly with those hooks, he's certainly his forte. And Chrisopoulides not really knowing how to combat that.
Let's rock and roll in the second round of action. Something tells me this one here may not go the distance. It's scheduled for 3x2, but these men are putting everything behind their techniques, and eventually something might just give. Oh, there's a nice stinging left by Chrisopoulides and a high left round kick. Good flexibility from the big man to get his kicks up that high.
Abud Sayah has to keep his guard up and keep it close, because if not, he's going to get caught just like he did there. But certainly Chris Chrisopoulides is throwing those punches from up north, and they're coming down and landing with a lot of power.
Abud Sayah's been rattled. Chrisopoulides ties him up. This is a real slugfest, what we're seeing at the moment. Jamal Hassan doing a fine job of keeping it as tidy as he can. Sayah's defence is down again. Chrisopoulides coming through with the left hook. And the blood starting to flow from the nose of Abud Sayah.
Where's guard? Hold it. Take the mouth.
Mark the Hammer, that blood really starting to flow from the nose of Sayah, causing him some problems at the moment. He's taken a few good knocks.
Certainly has, Michael. There's just a bit of controversy here over the mouth guard of Chris Chrisopoulides. The mouth guard fell out, and centre ref just telling him to wash it before it can be reinserted.
Chrisopoulides comes flying in, letting it all go, stings out that jab, the big overhand right, and Abud just caught him with one and rushes him in the red corner. Well, we've got controversy again, Mark the Hammer. Abud charging across into the red corner, might have accidentally stomped on the face of Chrisopoulides. Abud Sayah just receiving another warning from Jamal Hassan, our referee. Big right hand by Chrisopoulides, rattled him. They're trading a blow for blow in centre ring. The crowd loved that one. End of the round, Chrisopoulides holds up his hands and says, that one was mine.
Well, certainly it was, due to that point being taken off. And that, as I said earlier, I would say really, if he controlled himself and his emotions, that charge cost him dearly, because he was, he's matching Chris Chrisopoulides. I feel if he just kept on his game plan, he could have done well. Here we see the replay, the boys just swinging those big left and rights. And I feel the fighter that tucks and punches straight could certainly get the advantage there, because those punches will go right over the top of your head if you duck down and just let them go down. So the bob and weave principle certainly come into play, and the straight punching wouldn't have gone astray either.
Let's get underway in the third and final round of action, this super heavyweight slugfest. They were going toe-to-toe at the end of the last round with those fists, and it doesn't look like it's going to be much different. Chrisopoulides with the left round kick to the jaw of Abu Saya. That one found the mark, flush on the kisser, and sent Saya down.
Certainly, Chris Chrisopoulides timed that one just right. Abu ducked his head and took that one right on the jawline, and that's where you don't want to take a kick when it's wound up like Chris Chrisopoulides just did.
Do you want to fight? Third time asking you. You want to fight? Hey, put your hand up.
Well, it was a well-timed round kick by Chrisopoulides that found the mark early in the third round. Abu Saya is rocked, but he says, I'm okay to continue.
Well, a capacity crowd on foot here to see this fight.
Saya walks straight into a left hand then.
You heard? You didn't want to fight. Go. Stop the fight.
And referee Jamal Hassan has stopped the fight. He feels the fighter's welfare is